Okay students, today our topic is Theorem 1 from chapter number 12, as you know it. First of all, our object over here is if two lines intersect, the vertically opposite angles so formed are congruent. Now first of all, we will see our figure over here. Okay, now in this figure we have two straight lines which are intersecting at point O. On this point we can clearly see that we can have two pairs of alternate angles. Now these angles could be angle POB, angle BOQ, angle AOP, and angle AOQ. Now these angles we have with the line PQ and line AB. As you know that it is a line, so it have no end points, so the arrows are placed over here as per the definition of line, and you can see that I have also placed the sign of no end points of the line. So at the arrowheads are placed over here. Okay, now let's move on. These are our given things. I repeat, angle POB, angle AOP, angle BOQ, and angle AOQ. Now what we have to do, we have to prove that angle POB is congruent to its vertically opposite angle, angle AOQ, and another pair, angle AOP, is congruent to angle BOQ, as they are in the pair of vertically opposite angles. Now for the proof, we have, first of all, we can clearly see that if we consider a straight line, it's line PQ or line AB, we can get two supplementary angles, angle POA, angle POB will be supplement to each other. Similarly, angle POB and angle BOQ will be supplement to each other, and similarly the pair of angle AOP and angle AOQ will be supplement to each other. So what we will do, we will take measure angle POB plus measure angle AOP equals to 180 degrees, and that is supplement postulate. Okay, because both of the angles, if they are combined, they make 180 degree, and 180 degree is a combined angle of the line. Which one? POB and AOP. It means that we are talking about this big angle. And now we can also see that measure angle AOP plus major angle AOQ is equals to 180 degrees. Measure angle AOP and measure angle AOQ equals to 180 degrees, and the reason behind is again the same as above. Supplement postulate. And now let's move on with that. As you know, in mathematics, what we can do, if two different equations are equal to the same number or a same entity, they can be equal to each other. It means that measure angle POB plus measure angle AOP is equals to measure angle AOP plus measure angle AOQ. And the reason, as both equations are equal to 180 degrees. Now, if both are equal to each other, now we can clearly see that measure angle AOP and measure angle AOP are both common on the left hand side as well as on the right hand side. So they will cancel each other, and our equation becomes measure angle POB equals to measure angle AOQ. And the reason behind, by cancelling measure angle AOP on both sides. Okay, now let's move on. Now what we have over here, if both the angles are equal by measurement, so therefore I'm going to place 3 dots over here, which means therefore angle POB will be congruent to angle AOQ. As both angles are equal to each other. And now we can clearly see what we have to prove. POB is congruent to angle AOQ, and we have achieved it over here. Now if it can be achieved by following the same process, we can also get by the similar process that angle AOP will also be congruent to angle BOQ by repeating the above process. Okay, students. Now let's revise it again. What we have our theorem 1 was, if two lines intersect, the vertically opposite angles so formed are congruent. The vertically opposite angles over here are POB is vertically opposite to AOQ, and POA is vertically opposite to BOQ. We can also say AOP as we have written over here. Now what is given? The 4 angles and 2 straight lines. Okay, what we have to prove? That angle POB, this one we are talking about, angle POB is congruent to angle AOQ, and angle AOP, we're talking about this angle AOP is congruent to angle BOQ. As you can see the different shades, we can clearly see what we have to prove. Now in the proof headings, statements and reasons, we can see the measurement of angle POB plus measure angle AOP, POB and AOP. These 2 angles are supplement to each other, so the reasons will be the supplement postulate. Similarly, measure angle AOP plus measure angle AOQ is equals to 180 degrees because of the supplement postulate again. Okay, which one? Measure angle AOP, this angle, and measure angle AOQ. We are talking about these 2 angles. This will be supplementary to each other. So as both are equals to 180 degrees, what will happen? That these 2 equations will equal to each other, that measure angle POB plus measure angle AOP is equals to measure angle AOP plus measure angle AOQ. These 2 will be equals to each other as both of them are equals to 180 degrees. I have written the reason over here, you can see. Now moving to the next point, we can clearly see that AOP are common, therefore AOP will cancel each other. So the equation which will be remains over here, it will become measure angle POB equals to measure angle AOQ, POB over here and AOQ from here, by cancelling measure angle AOP on both sides. If both of the angles in the measurement are equal, so both of the angles will be congruent to each other. We can clearly see, therefore it will be, as both angles are equal to each other, so they will be congruent to each other. And that was it has to be proven over here. We have written before, you can clearly see. Similarly, by repeating the above process, angle AOP will be congruent to angle BOQ. Now students, whenever you got the theorem and you have to finish it, you will write QED. It means quad erat demonstrandum. It's a Latin, which means it has to be proven. I repeat, quad erat demonstrandum. It has to be